Right, good morning, welcome back to YouTube. Just have to talk quietly because might still be asleep next door, can't really tell. Her phone's going off, so who knows. It is currently come up to 7 a.m. Here in Cologne. We are day 2. Today is Thursday. It is time to make weight. Dropped off really nicely, so I woke up yesterday morning at 219.8. After yesterday's food and water, which you saw in yesterday's video, we actually went to bed at 219.6. So we dropped 0.2 pounds across the day, which is fantastic. So body finally kicked into gear and started to respond, which is good. Still no bowel movement, unfortunately. So still a little bit blocked up there. Hopefully that comes this morning. Woke up this morning at 213.6 with 10 hours to go till weigh-ins. Ultimate weight cap is 212. It should be 219. We hopefully will get 219 today, but 212 we're going to assume. I was 3 millimeters off, so obviously because weigh-ins are slightly earlier, stand a little bit taller, should be that 3 millimeters higher. So we're in a good spot. It's going to be very comfortable to make weight. To be honest, we dropped off a lot more than we thought we would. It's going to be very comfortable to make weight. Back to the flat, lifeless mess that I need to be at this weight, which is fine. We know that is the case, so can't be too upset at it. This morning I did 10 minutes of light steps at Carl's request, just on the treadmill, no bike. I've got my espresso here that I'm allowed to have, and I basically had a litre of fluid upon waking up, so that was largely drunk during my steps. And this morning, which was, I had my daily, my electrolytes and my glutamine, same as I always do during cardio. So that's kept consistent, and then I've just got espresso here just from the hotel downstairs, because no coffee shops here in Germany open early. Really weird. Most coffee shops open at like 9 a.m, which seems outrageous, and you can't get like Starbucks or anything on Uber Eats to where this hotel is. So unfortunately we've just got a shitty hotel espresso, but I'm sure it'll do the job. Meal 1 I'm about to start making pretty soon. We have 30 grams whey isolate, 20 grams dark chocolate, 40 grams of oats, 2 rice cakes, 100 grams of blueberries, 75 grams of raspberries. So a pretty big meal, to be honest. Minus the 40 grams of oats. That's a bit small, but it's a pretty decent sized meal. Normal salt. And then between 8:30 and 10:30, we've got 750 ml water. And then I'm going to check my weight, send it over to Carl, and we will go from there. So that's the plan for this morning. I've got some check-ins that I've done as well. I need to edit a thumbnail for yesterday's video that you saw. And that's the plan. I'm going to finish shaving as well this morning, and then the rest of the time it's just feet up and chill. I've been told to do 10 minutes of light steps after each meal, so once I eat this next meal I'll go back downstairs and do some more steps for literally 10 minutes. May even just go outside for 10 minutes. And that is the plan for this morning. So it's going to be a pretty relaxed one. I will show you the meal once it's together. But you've seen me make oats and whey isolate paste about 100 times now, so there's not too much exciting stuff to show. Once we've made weight today, that's when the more exciting things start, because we'll get some bigger meals going in, and also head to the gym for a light session. So yeah, only concern really now is I just need this constipation to pass, which it will do before I'm on stage, which is what really matters. I'd just like it to pass before weigh-ins, obviously, to make life a little bit easier there, but we're in a good spot, so can't complain. Yeah, going to do a bit more work, have this espresso, and then get meal 1 together. Time for meal 1. We have it together now. I'll show you this absolute masterpiece. Got 40 grams of oats with a lot of fruit, 100 grams of blueberries, and 75 grams of raspberries in there, bit of cinnamon. I've got 10 grams dark chocolate in there, melted into the oats. I've then got my whey isolate paste that's going on top. I have 2 rice cakes, and I've got some dark chocolate, the other 10 grams of dark chocolate here, which I'm going to put on the rice cakes and then just stick them in the oven for like 5 minutes just to melt them on there, so then they'll become like chocolate rice cakes. I'm just waiting for the oven to heat up, so I'm going to eat the oats whilst I do that. Got the rest of my water weighed out for with this meal, and obviously got my 700 ml weighed out and in the fridge for after this meal between 8:30 and 10:30. So Whey paste going down, 25% off everything at ESN is currently live. You've also got Designer Whey carrot cake that restocked. Not Designer Whey, sorry. Designer Flavour Powder carrot cake that restocked yesterday that I was not aware of. Plus these caps that I didn't mention yesterday. So nice ESN caps that you see me wear a lot. So all that's on sale, still 25% off everything. Go take advantage. We have the melted chocolate rice cakes. Very excited. It's probably quite hot though. The plate was very warm. Alright, meal one is finished. I have a very light 10-minute walk to go and do, which I will head back downstairs, try and get on a treadmill. There is only 2 treadmills, and this hotel is next to the expo centre. Obviously it's FIBO, so at this time, gym is probably going to be full. If that is the case, I might just walk up and down the hall in the hotel for 10 minutes because it's raining pretty heavily outside. I don't fancy going out in the rain, so we will see. I'm going to do that, finish shaving, and then I need to post an Instagram in a little bit and also do some check-ins. So got work to do for a little bit. Obviously I've got 500ml water to sip on now up until 10:30. Then I need to check body weight and then eat meal 2. So I will see you for meal 2 realistically. Right, we're back. I've shaved, I've done all my check-ins. Video's gone ready to go live. As well as the Gymshark sale has just gone live. So as you're watching this, there is currently 50% off, or up to 50% off Gymshark, plus a further 10% with code Eagles. There are some pairs of shorts, like the mesh varsity shorts I'll put on screen now, that are like 70% off. They may be out of stock by the time you're seeing this, but there's loads of shorts at like 70% off. Ribbed tanks are £7 per tank if you buy a pack of 3, plus 10% off with code Eagles, so even cheaper, £6.30, right? So, yeah, please, if you want to support me, now is the time. There is 25% off everything at ESN and up to 60% off everything at Gymshark, if not higher. So please, if you appreciate the vlogs I'm doing and the effort I'm going through here, because I was editing till quite late last night, which is not ideal for peak week. And then this morning I was sorting thumbnails. Just go pick yourself up. Like, everybody wins, right? You guys get some of the best gym clothes, the best supplements, and it massively supports me. So I appreciate anything you guys pick up with code Eagles. Now, meal 2, 11 a.m. Here we are. It is literally 11 a.m. on the dot. Perfect. We've got 120 grams of chicken, 4 rice cakes, 65 grams, of zucchini, and a bit of chicken in there. So I've got my zucchini and my chicken, my rice cakes, and I've got my 1 gram salt and my 350ml water with this meal. So we're going to enjoy this now and then chill out, put my feet up and relax. Hello. So, since you last saw me, weight hit 216.5 pounds after that meal. So Kyle then pulled the water for in between. So the 500ml I was meant to have after, he pulled that out. So I didn't have that. We've then just been chilling basically. There's been some issues with this hotel room again, booked by ESN, so had to resolve that, but it is what it is. I'm not going to get into it, it's sorted now. So weight's been dropping. It's now 2:10. Weigh-ins are in an hour and 50 minutes. I've got basically 2.8 pounds to come off. So heading down to the sauna now. I've been told 20 minutes in the sauna, marching on the spot, get a decent sweat going, come out, cold shower for 5 minutes, check body weight. So that is the plan. I'm also not taking my camera because it's a sauna, a bit weird to film in there. We're just going to get this 2.8 pounds off. And then head to weigh-ins basically, so get it done. I'm very tired, very hungry, and pretty thirsty at this point because I've not drank for quite a few hours. So yeah, we've got a job to do and it's nearly there. Get this 2.8 pounds off and then we can start to eat and get going from there. So catch you in a bit.
So I think we still wait for a few competitors. I would like to start maybe with the figure girls. If we have.
Nicht bei Ihnen stehen, also da muss das nicht so das geht nicht mehr so. Das kann man hier bei der du, sag dem Taifun, er soll sich irgendwo wegstellen. Das ist das halbe Treffen.
You have a QR code on here? If
Der Taifun ist halt. Dankeschön.
Where are you from?
UK.
That's your number?
What brings you out over in this part? Have you done the FIBA before?
Netherlands.
No, I was just in Holland. Whereabouts? It was on Os. So yeah, I was just talking to another guy. I was just in Geldermalsen. So my family, or Metrin. My family just lives in Metrin. So how'd you do?
We need
Fifth? Okay, all right. How do your guys? I can't remember. How do your points? Is it?
I need to get bigger and better.
Well, you know what? Then you come to Vancouver. Right, Jack? This is Vancouver, July 26th. Okay. What's that?
I went when I was like 12.
Well, that means you should come out.
I'm due to go.
So, I don't know. Let me write down who your company is. And let's get you, or maybe we'll fly you out, or come here, I'll fly you out or something.
It won't be this year. It'll have to be next year.
That's all right.
We need to get bigger and better first.
Yeah,
for sure. I'd love to.
There.
Abdullah Al-Awadi.
Yes, now, so we've made weight as you have seen. Little update on what my afternoon has looked like. Since the last clip before I headed to the sauna, things got a little spicy, a little exciting. That has probably been the hardest hour and a half of my life. So I go downstairs, I do the first round of 20 in the sauna. That was a very hot sauna, a little bit uncomfortable. I get out of the sauna, dry off, step on the scale, and it shows that I've gained half a pound, which after sweating for 20 minutes, obviously is not possible. So moved the scale about, took the battery out. Obviously this was downstairs in the sauna swimming pool bit, still a hard floor. Basically the scale, in short, was just broken. Stepped on it 3 times, got 3 different weights, so we weren't sure what was really going on. This lighting is really bad. I'm gonna walk backwards. So I got back in the sauna because we were running out of time because we left it pretty late before we had to come to reg. Em came down, she stepped on the scale herself downstairs, then took it up to our bathroom, stepped on it again to see if it was the floor making the difference or if the scale was broken. The scale gave her 3 different weights as well, so the scale was just fucked. So it was a great time for the scale to break. Now what that resulted in was me just having to make sure that whatever the heaviest weight was on the scale was under 212 pounds, which as a result ended up requiring 60 minutes straight in the sauna. Which if you've ever tried to do that, it is seriously brutal, especially in a sauna that hot. When you've not drank for a few hours, you're dehydrated already. So yeah, it was 60 minutes in the sauna. We got out of the sauna about 10 to 4 and registration started at 4. So I had to run upstairs quickly, get changed and rush off to registration. But we made it just in time. As we got there, they were just starting to figure as a first class. So we made weight, I weighed in 210 pounds. So 2 pounds off the weight cap. So did I need to probably do that in the sauna? Probably not, but we just didn't know because the scales broke and we didn't have a choice. So we just got the job done, followed Carl's instruction, and yeah, I need to buy some new scales is the moral of the story. Continues the theme of this trip, whatever could go wrong does. Roll with the punches. We got it done. That honestly, like getting out of the sauna, I just couldn't film. I was like borderline fainting. Em's been unbelievable, helping with everything and carrying the bag and checking on me and texting Carl, basically making sure that I'm not dead. Because there was a few points where I think we were a little concerned I was going to faint. But we made weight, which is the important thing. Since I got off the scale, had 750ml water and half a serving of electrolytes. We are now just literally walking back to our hotel. It's literally so close to where the show is, to be fair. It's like a 4-minute walk, which is ideal. It was just a little bit tricky to try and find the venue. But we've done it. So now we're going back. I've got my meal from Carl. 120 grams of rice pudding, some fruit, some honey, some dark chocolate, 500ml water. So we're going to go get that down. Now with 2.5 grams of salt. So increased salt intake here. One thing we took away from the Netherlands, as I said, was when my scale weight wasn't moving up, despite us eating and drinking, Kyle wished he'd increased salt with that. So obviously we've also just dehydrated myself severely, so we need to rehydrate with some electrolytes. The electrolytes I use are much higher in potassium than sodium, so we've also just had a good influx of potassium from that half serving of electrolytes. And now we'll go increase that sodium as well through the salt in this meal. And then I'm probably going to take half hour just to lie down, de-stress, relax, and just recover a little bit from the heat stroke I've just given myself in the sauna. But we've made it. I'm grateful for the struggle, because it's all good experience, right? Now I know what to do if I ever miss a weigh-in, because I just took off like 4 or 5 pounds in the span of an hour in the sauna. So yeah, if I ever miss a weigh-in, I know I can deal with it, because I can just go sit in the sauna and torture myself for an hour and sweat out literally 5 pounds in 60 minutes. So it's a good experience for the future. That's the way we're going to see it. We said this show would be data collection, and oh boy, are we collecting some serious data here. So that's that. Let's get this meal in us, get a little more life in us. I don't know what the plan is with training now, because I don't think training will be too smart. It may just be a hotel gym, move a little bit of blood flow. We will just wait and see. And then I train a bit harder tomorrow morning instead. But yeah, back at the hotel. We'll see you in the room. 5:25. This meal, we have 42 grams whey isolate. There's obviously a whey paste here. 20 grams 90% dark chocolate, 120 grams of rice pudding, 12 grams of honey, 103 grams of blueberries, 50 grams of raspberries, 2.25 grams of pink salt, and 500ml water, which is partly in the rice pudding, partly in this beautiful whey paste. And the rest I drank, as I had 2 GDAs with this meal and 1 digestive enzyme. So the whey drip pour. But I am pretty hungry. Obviously we've only had the 2 meals that you saw today. The last one being at about 10:45, 11 AM. It is now 5:30. And that was the last water I had as well, up until we made weight. So yeah. Plus the last 3 days on 2 days 0 carb. And yesterday on about, I think it was 1,500 calories. So we've been pushing, but we've made it. We now have about 36 hours to eat and fill back up. So that is what we're going to do with the first meal of carb load, of course being the rice pudding and whey isolate and fruit. Boy, does it taste good. My first rice pudding meal since, I think, Sunday, which might be the longest I've gone without rice pudding since I signed with ESN. Right, here we are then. We got the next meal, the pre-workout meal. 42 grams of cinnamon cereal whey isolate. And then the exact same meal I had earlier that I listed, the only difference being slightly less blueberries and raspberries and 60 grams of banana instead. This meal digested so well. It's now 7:30, so it's been about just over 2 hours since I last ate. So perfect, plenty of time for it to digest. It's digested beautifully. We've done 3 more GDAs and another cap of digestive enzymes with this meal. So this one will no doubt digest perfectly as well. Exact same fluid, 500ml total. So go and train. I got 500ml fluids with training and half a serving of Crank Pump Pro pre-workout. which I'm very excited for. To be honest, I've not had that for a few days. We're at Evoland. This is hell on earth right now. Let's just give you a little pan round. You saw how less busy it was yesterday, right? This is 8:15 Thursday night at Thebo in here. There's people absolutely everywhere. But we've got a job to do, so we've just got to push on. Kyle has sent me my session, starting with pet deck. On the prime pet deck, there is the normal prime one that I use, but we've got this one purely because it's the only one that was free. And today we're just using whatever's free. So here we are. It actually feels better than the normal one, to be fair, so can't complain. I've got 2 warm-up sets here, and then 1 warm-up set on every other exercise. And it's basically a pump session, so we're going to be about 45 minutes tops. Very boring. I'm not going to talk throughout. I'm just going to film a little montage and get to it. So just to talk you through the session, 3 sets, pec fly, 15-20 reps, pause, both end range of motion. Chest press of choice, 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps, 2-second eccentrics. Side laterals, 3 sets of 15. Last set drop set, 3-second negatives. Rear delt fly, 3 sets of 20 reps. Last set drop set, 3-second eccentrics. Rope push down, 3 sets of 15. Bicep curl, 3 sets of 15. 60-second rest periods. So we're going to get out the timer and fly through this. Right, we've just wrapped up in Evoland. So yeah, I actually overheard them talking yesterday. It is the gym, apparently, with the most amount of Prime pieces in the world. They've got over 40 pieces of Prime, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, very, very good gym. Always enjoy it. It was rammed. It was a meet and greet basically for Brion. Rubiel was in there, Phil was in there, and then at the end when we were doing my check-in, Derek tried to come in. And I successfully bullied the current Mr. Olympia away from the posing room when she said, can I have 5 to do my check-in? And very kindly, he let me, bless him. So thanks, Derek, appreciate it, mate. But yeah, we are waiting for the Uber now. Should probably check, but that's not it. Don't think it is. No, it's not. So yeah, we're gonna jump in the Uber, head home. I'll just text Carl my check-in and update. So he will likely be sending over my last meal. Hopefully it's there by the time I get home, because it's now 9:20 and we have been asleep at this time every day for pretty much the past 6 weeks. So I'm very tired. But we'll have a bit of a line tomorrow. Obviously we've not got any cardio to do anything I would not imagine. We'll wake up, send a check-in, have one meal, and then head to the gym. So yeah, I will get back, show you the final meal, and then wrap this video up. And then tomorrow we are one day out, which is very exciting.